Can you guys believe that it's been almost an entire year since Prison School aired? It started airing back in summer 2015. It's almost summer 2016. Even though it was a 12-episode anime, it broke boundaries in the ecchi genre. You had a lot of moments which would have been censored, usually by the Japan censorship laws. It was a giant middle finger in terms of etchiness and everything, and just moments, like when Kiyoshi had that stick shoved in his ass and everything. Normally moments like that would be censored, and then uncensored on the Blu-ray DVDs. But holy fuck. Until this OVA, I never realized how much I missed Prison School. I've been waiting for JC Staff to announce a Season 2. This OVA just makes that desire stronger. This OVA acts as basically an unofficial episode 13, because it's a straight continuation from the 12th episode, the finale. Which I'm really enjoying. It's not any anime original shit like, oh, let's just make up so-and-so plot and it might end up contradicting the story, but who gives a fuck? Who watches OVAs anyways? So, it answers even some of our questions. At the end of Season 1 of Prison School, we were like, what about the boys? Now that they're out of prison, what are they going to be like in high school? With this all-girls school with only 5 guys, what's going to happen? They have some infamy among the girls, like peeping or shitting themselves in class. So what's it going to be like? We don't have the answers. We want more JC Staff, but it's been an entire year, no announcement. We got a dub, so there is a little hope that it might get a Season 2. There's a lot of content in the Prison School manga that could easily be adapted. I mean, the manga has like 200 chapters. I bet this even didn't go up to 100 chapters so far, so we might even end up getting 3 seasons. That is if we ever get a Season 2, JC Staff. I'm looking at ya. Let me talk, before I get into the whole OVA, I want to talk about the opening. At first, when I was watching the OVA, I'm like, okay, Prison School. It's been a long time since I've seen this. Man, the nostalgia. The opening hit, and I'm like, oh my god, the fucking, oh my god, the opening. The nostalgia hit me like a fucking train. I started singing along with it and everything. It was one of my favorite openings from summer 2015, and I'm like, how have I gone so long without rewatching the series, or at least listening to the opening? Oh my god. I haven't even gone back to watch the uncensored episodes of Prison School Season 1. Though I probably should, for research purposes. Alright, getting into the episode and everything, or the OVA. It's basically school life outside of prison for the guys. They're all adjusting to their school life. It's only been a couple days since they were released, and since Hana and the Underground Student Council president and them had been forced back into prison because they were trying to frame the guys and everything, and that's a crime. So they were the school prisoners now. And I do love the role reversal. There is a lot of satisfying things in that. I gotta say, the titties at the beginning of the episode, she may be a bitch, the Underground Student Council president, but she got some nice body. Like, the Underground Student Council was forced to strip. They were doing a strip search. The real Student Council had them strip, and Mari, the president of the Underground Student Council, had her bra ripped off so her titties flew up and everything. Damn, no censorship. And it's just like, she even learned that a lot of the harsh things that they did to the guys are probably going to happen to them, and she kind of realized she was being a bitch to them. She was kind of being biased. She was being a real complete motherfucking bitch that a lot of us easily disliked because it was unfair and cruel what she was doing a lot of times. She was manipulating them pretty much. So, getting into the whole high school setting for them. The guys are having a little trouble adjusting and everything, but it's pretty much gone smoothly. I mean, Andre even has some girls that are talking to him now. They love the fact that he's a masochist. They start punching him and everything, and Andre's just in heaven. You have Gakuto, who meets Mitsuko, a potential love interest for him and everything, and they get along. They read a book. They're all fascinated about the Three Kingdoms, which, Gakuto, I am so glad you found a girl and everything that's interested in the same things. You really deserve that. You deserve a lot. You were the MVP of Season 1 for Prison School. You did a lot. You got beat up a lot. You took on a lot of shit for Kiyoshi and the rest, and this band of ragtag friends and everything, they can be the best of friends when they work together, and they can also be the worst enemies, and they can also be the worst of friends as well. Like, sometimes they don't even notice what's going on within their own group. They don't understand, or they turn a blind eye to each other's sufferings. They're completely ignorant, and that happens in this episode. Kiyoshi and Shingo, who have their own love interests, Chio and Anzu, and they're all helping them and everything. So Andre has girls. Joe, motherfucking Joe. Let me put a pause and not talk about Joe, but then Gakuto has Mitsuko, you have Kiyoshi and all them. They all have girls. But Joe, no, his mental sanity is being tested this episode because everyone else has a place where they belong. They all have skills, they can all talk to girls and everything. And Joe, his sanity is kind of going all whack. At first he hated being in the prison, but then he grew to love it. It was the only place he could actually sleep at night. He has trouble sleeping. Sleeping pills don't even help him. And now that he's outside of prison, well, school prison, he can't go back to sleep. So he wants to go back there. He can't talk to girls, so that's his only paradise left, his only safe haven. And he's trying this entire episode, trying to get back in there, trying to get himself sentenced back to the prison. At first he was going to try and sexual harassment, and then he basically tied himself in a bondage, whatever you call that, bondage and everything, and had his dick hanging out, and he was going to expose himself in the girls' pool locker room and everything. Because he wanted to go back there, and Andre was the only one who had noticed that Joe's been acting weird and everything, and that his sanity's been going away, and that Joe's suffering from loneliness. Ants don't help him anymore. Even though he loves ants and everything, they can't help him through this type of loneliness. So, as Joe's sanity is decreasing, you have Mitsuko and Gakuto who are getting closer and closer and everything, and we come to find out, Mitsuko is a complete fucking klutz. A lot of these situations happen where her skirt's hanging up and everything, or her panties come down, or other stuff. She gets somehow tied into a bondage by a dog with a leash and everything. So a lot of funny antics happen with her, a lot of perverted antics, which Gakuto doesn't mind at all. I mean, it's tits and ass. We learned which was better, the tits or the butts. The butts are the best and everything. So it's good to see that all these girls and our guys are getting closer and everything. They're actually starting to find some love, and they're having a good life instead of suffering in prison. And then Joe, when he was going to expose himself, Andre had been sliding down the hall because wax had got spilled because of Mitsuko and everything. She landed on it, and somehow it started spinning down the hall. Andre ran into it because he realized what Joe was going to do. He was going to expose himself in front of the girls' locker room. And they all start sliding on the wax and everything towards Joe, and Andre is just like, oh, Mitsuko's ahead of me because she has more skin exposed. So he strips off all his clothes, and Joe, at the last moment, he's been psyching himself up. He's like, I'm not nervous, I can do this. And at the last moment, this girl from his class, or from a class, is handing out food to all the classes. And she gives one to Joe and starts talking and says he's funny and everything. And a girl finally talked to Joe. Even if we can't see his face, she found him funny, and they actually started talking. This made Joe hopeful again that he was going to be able to talk to a girl. He was talking to a girl. He was not lonely anymore like the other guys. They all found someone they could talk to. I don't believe we know the name of the chick who started talking to Joe, but at least someone did. At least a girl did. Didn't find him disgusting. Didn't remark that he was disgusting or disturbing or weird and stuff like that. No, she said he was funny. So I am glad. And Andre, in the meantime, went through the girls' locker room door. The speed made him crash through the door, and he started getting beat up. And Joe basically forces the blame on Andre because Kiyoshi and Shingo go, we know Andre was acting weird. We knew he was going to do something. And Andre had exposed himself pretty much in the girls' locker room. And he doesn't give a fuck that Joe passed the blame onto him, because originally it was going to be Joe who exposes himself. So you could tell Joe and Andre are really, really good friends. I mean, Andre's willing to take the blame, and Joe passes it on to him, but he also realizes what happened and what Andre did for him, and he even apologizes mentally. So this was a good episode, a good OVA episode. Hopefully we do get a season 2. I want to see more. I might start the manga. I know the omnibuses have been releasing. It's 2 volumes per one, so I think volume 3 is out of the omnibus. I might have to pick those up. Should I review the manga? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me about the OVA. Did you like it? What'd you like about it? And don't just say the titties, okay? I fucking missed Prison School. Now I want more. I might go rewatch this series. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Check out the links down in the description when you're going at me on Twitter and Facebook. Go check out the OVA for Prison School, the unofficial 13th episode. Have a good day, watch lots of anime, read lots of manga. This is Alex Nation here, signing off. Goodbye, guys!